Hello, Portland Connect online chapter. So we are 1 week away from our business networking event on April 19th. So what should we be doing besides sending out more invitations, making some calls? Well, we got to follow up for success. That is so important. So here we go. What is the secret sauce for success? Do you know what it is? Have you thought about it? There has to be a secret sauce that we can get a room filled with many pictures on our desktop where we have to scroll to page 2 because there's that many visitors. Well, in order to have that happen, we need to follow up because visitors are 75% more likely to attend if someone follows up with them prior to the meeting. Now, that means that you have to do a little bit of work, but we all agreed, remember, that we would put our all in and make those invitations as well as do the follow-up. So how do we do that? Well, you have a script. If I haven't sent it to you, guess what? I'm going to send it to you again. This is a follow-up script that you should have gotten, and I know it's hard to read, so guess what? I'm going to make it a little bit easier for you. Ta-da! So you say something to the effect of, remember, use your voice. So it is something to the effect of, hello, this is Gladys Boutwell from BNI Portland Connect online chapter. Do you have a moment? Then, depending on what they say, then say, did you receive my email, my Facebook request, my LinkedIn message? It could have been a call. It could have been a postcard, pigeon, whatever it is that you use to invite them, and say, did you receive my fill in the blank invitation to our business networking event? Well, then, depending on what they say, yes or no, if they said yes, then that's great. Or something like, I'm glad you did. Use your words. It has to flow naturally. If they didn't receive it, you can say, oh, darn, well, I'll resend it. But what it is about is, and then give them the little script, have your initial script ready to go so that you can share it with them verbally. And then you go into, can I get you registered to attend? That way you'll receive the email reminder as well as the Zoom link. Or you can say your personalized Zoom link because it is personalized to them. And then once they give you the yes or the no, then you can, if they say the yes, actually, then you say, looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday, April 19th at 8 a.m. Or you might say 7:45 a.m. I want to make sure they get there a little early to check on their tech equipment, making sure everything's fine, that they can hear, what have you. Thank you for your time. And then you can end with, by the way, we'd love to have you bring a guest who might be interested in increasing their business by generating referrals. So please feel free to invite others. Something to that effect. This is a script. Tweak it a little, make it your own. Then you want to also make sure you follow up as a reminder. So not only are you following up because they haven't registered, and we had this discussion, people don't register, it's an added step, it's just way too much, so do it for them. So the other one is, hey, did you get my invitation? And let's get you registered. This one is, they're already registered, and now you're doing that follow-up as to what to expect. So this is why you call and it's like, hey, I wanted to, and of course you want to start with, you have a moment, I wanted to give you an update for what to expect next week. So tell them what you're going to let them know and that you're not going to take much time. People want to know how much time you're going to take out of their day. I have the hardest time with voicemails because I don't know how long that voicemail is going to take me. Is it something that's an informational? Is it something that I can quickly respond to? Or is it something that I'm going to have to do vast research? I don't know. And if I cannot sit and take care of something in a half-hour period, it's going to be like, I think my assistant is going to have to transcribe that email or that voicemail. So let them know how long you're going to keep them on the phone. Hey, I'm just going to take 2 minutes of your time or a minute of your time, and then follow up. I want to give you what to expect for next week. Let them know when you arrive. Now, Mind you, I don't know if this is exactly the way it's going to go down. It is a different event, and I haven't asked on those details. But if it is this way, then there will be a welcome where the visitor host, they will be put into a breakout room and they'll be welcomed. But give them that information that they will be welcome. So that's going to be the biggest thing. When you arrive, you will be welcome. You'll be able to enter your contact information in the chat bar once we get the meeting started. Let them know once we get the meeting started. That's going to be so important, because if they do it right away, guess what? When others come in, it's going to go away. Then let them know. Be prepared to introduce your name, your business name, and who invited you during the visitor introductions. And then towards the end, you'll be able to share your impressions of the meeting. Remember, this is just a slightly different meeting than our normal meeting. Then you will be going into a short visitor orientation to answer any questions that you may have and get you connected to other members of our chapter. What else you can do is make it even simpler than this, that, hey, what to expect. You will be welcomed. You'll be able to enter your contact information and connect with other members and other visitors and other businesses. You'll be able to introduce yourself, who you are, who you serve, and your impressions of the meeting. We'll be able to answer all your questions that you will have on membership, if it's right for you, and what other questions we might be able to answer. So keep it very simple. These are scripts to help you. Don't feel that you have to follow them to the T. Make them your own. It has to flow beautifully, because otherwise people will know you are reading, and the moment that they know that you are reading, they will be turned off, and they'll go, is this really where I want to be on a Wednesday morning for an hour and a half or an hour 45? If you need help with creating your script, hey, let me know. I'll help you. I have a little bit of time, not a whole lot, but I will make time for you. Then follow-up tips. If they say they're not available, I already had one person that said, oh, I'm not available. Well, then invite them to the next meeting. Oh, you're not going to be able to make it. No worries. Do you want me to register you for the following week? Or what Wednesday morning is going to work for you? Let's get it updated. And then register them for that date. If they're like, I'm not sure, then ask them, do you want me to refer you to our regional office? And that way, maybe we can find you a different date and time. That is so important. You are still the inviting party. Just because they go to a Tuesday morning or Thursday midday, it doesn't matter. You're still the one that invited them. You're still going to do your thing. And if they're not interested, because no, okay, all right, then ask for a referral. No worries, that's fine. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. Do you know somebody else, a plumber, a CPA, in our case, property management company we're looking for, that would, and say, do you know, and be very specific who you're asking for. A massage therapist, we're also looking for one who would be interested in growing their business through referrals, because right now we are looking for a property management company that we can refer business to. And then you can always say, I don't know. If you give them one thing, they will be more likely to respond than if you say, do you know anybody else? The anybody else, they're not going to think of anybody. If you say, think of an animal, everybody's going to be thinking about different animals. They might just think of their cat at home, but if you tell them, hey, do you know this elephant? Well, then whether they know an elephant or not, they're going to think about an elephant. And guess what? As soon as they hang up with you, they're going to go, oh yeah, the gray elephant next door. Let me ask them, or they might call you back. Always bring them back to you. You'll do the work, just to have that introduction. And then, so important, we've talked about it, keep it simple. Do not try to answer all the questions. You can say, I know you're very busy and you have tons of questions. That is part of why I want you to come to the meeting. A lot of your questions will be answered. And if there's some that are not, we will take time during the meeting. I know you're busy and I have to do some other follow-up calls. Why don't you come to the meeting and you'll get your questions answered? And, keep it simple. If you keep it simple, it'll make life so much easier for you. Or it will make sure that you're not tongue twisted, because the moment you can't answer the question, you will and ah, and they're going to be, I don't know, should I attend this? They can't answer my questions. It's not that you're being elusive. It is that you want to make sure that you are thorough. And by being thorough is that somebody else will get into the weeds. And you want to make sure that you say, I only have 2 minutes. And that's why you let him know at the beginning, I'm only going to take 1 or 2 minutes of your time. Then remember, we have our online event. Make sure you state you're going. Make sure you take it and invite, and make sure you share it. So right there at the bottom, you can see the little share. So make sure you share, use it. That's what social media is for. We're trying to make it easier for you. And then remember, I sent a lot of this information to you. You have those posts that you can take, create your own, and post them on social media. Have I been the best? No, I have not. But guess what? I have been inviting people, and I've had 3 people that have said, yes, I will be there. And then I've had another 5 or 6 that have not responded to me or have said no to me. That's okay. I'm getting there. I'm doing the invitations. I will do my follow-up. I will do my reminders, texting, emailing, calling, because I want to make sure that those that I've registered that actually attend. So if you have any questions, let me know. This has been Gladys Boutwell, Insurance by Design, your education coordinator, with this week's information on our business networking event for April 19th. Have a good one, y'all.